in relationship, there have been certain emotions that have been triggered, for lack of a better word, that have been a hard line for me. If you make me feel this way, I can't allow you within my life. And, I think a lot of what we see online supports this kind of attitude that we should have boundaries, right? But for a lot of us, our boundaries have actually just created a space that doesn't feel spacious. It feels really isolating and it feels really lonely, and it puts us on this island. And what the Sah method has done for me is allow me to be with all of my emotions. So when something happens, I can stay focused on what has actually occurred. When conflict arises within my relationship, for example, I can stay focused on the facts, what has actually happened, rather than what might have happened in the past is that I get upset that you've upset me. And then we're having this whole conversation around feelings, and we've completely departed from what's actually happened. And I think a lot of progress has been made within the way that I can relate to other people, because I stay fixed on what has actually occurred so we can actually create change and create resolution. Whereas in the past, I'd vacate from what the actual problem was, what the conflict was, and just go into this whole kind of conversation around how you have made me feel and how I feel about the feelings. And it's exhausting to talk about feelings because we're all just having our own experience and we're all talking our own language and no one's actually in communication with each other. I don't know how you feel when you're angry. I only know how I feel when I'm angry. So we're all just talking at each other, narrating our experience. And for me, that would get so exhausting that eventually most of these arguments would end with me just saying, you know what, it's fine. Let's just leave it. Let's not worry about it. Exhausting. Let's move on. Let's forget it ever happened. And so whatever the issue that had sparked all of this drama had been, remained ready to just kind of grow again until it kind of presented itself again. And that's how cycles are kind of created and maintained. So this method has really allowed me not to get hooked into, I don't bite the hook of the emotion anymore. I'm allowed to stay fixed on what's there. And so I'm actually creating change where change is needed within my life and within relationship.
Oh my God, honey, go.